So in our last video, this is where we left off. We were talking about permutations and combinations. Okay, so we were deciding how many possible four-digit numbers could you make? What are the possible options? If you could use digits from 1 to 7, and you were allowed to repeat. And we decided in the last video that that means 7 to the 4th power, or 2,401 possible combinations, which means the probability that one specific number will be chosen was 1 out of 2,401, which is 0.04% or 0.04%. Okay, then we did this one with no repetition. So that first one was permutation with repetition. Now we're doing permutation with no repetition. We have 5 people, Adam, Brittany, Caleb, Dimitri, and Aaron. We want to seat them in 5 different positions. 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place. And this is a review from the last video. Okay, so 5 possible choices in 1st place. Now there's only 4 possible choices. Now there's only 3 possible people to put in that chair. The 4th chair, we've only got 2 people to choose from. And then the 5th chair, we've just got 1 person left. So this is 5 factorial, or n factorial. So there are 120 possible ways to arrange those 5 people in those 5 chairs. Okay? This is where we left off in the last video. We're going to continue talking about permutations with no repetition, and then we're going to move right on to combinations. Okay? Remember, in permutations, order matters. In combinations, order does not matter. All right, so permutations with no repetition. What if we had those same 5 people, Adam, Caleb, Aaron, etc., but we only have 3 chairs now? We're trying to give them 1st place, 2nd place, and 3rd place. Out of those 5 people, 3 people win prizes. 1st place, 2nd place, and 3rd place. Order matters. We want to know who got 1st place and who got 3rd place. Order does matter, so it's a permutation, not a combination. If we were just going to choose 3 people out of the 5, and we didn't care what order, we were just going to give them all a medal, and it was a green medal. They all got green medals. Then it would be a combination. How many different ways can we pick 3 people? But our order matters here. So, in the 1st place chair, we can pick from 5 different people to give 1st place to. 5 different people. Now that we've picked from those 5 different people, now we have to pick 2nd place, and we only have 4 people left to pick from. And then, when it's time to pick the 3rd place, now we only have 3 different people to choose from. Okay. So, 5 times 4 times 3 is 60, but let's talk about where the formula for a permutation with no repetition comes from. Okay? This is the same as saying 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. The reason that we look at it this way is because we can cancel out these 1s. That just makes 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. And we can cancel out the 2s. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, so we actually end up having 5 times 4 times 3 times 1 times 1. But where does this bottom 2 come from? Well, those are the 2 people left after we filled the seats. We had 5 people to start with. We filled 3 seats. We have 2 people left. Those 2 people that don't get seats. So if I ask you, show me the formula for finding the number of permutations with no repetition, you would say the number of seats, or the number of people we have, the number of possible people that we have, factorial, divided by the number of possible people minus the number of possible chairs. This is the number of possible people, and this is the number of chairs that we're filling. So the formula to find permutation with no repetition is n factorial divided by n minus k factorial. If you can't remember the formula, just use this decision chart right here that we've made. That should work just fine. Okay, what if we had the same 5 people in the same 3 chairs, but now we are selecting 3 winners. They all win the same prize. This is what I was talking about before. Now it's a combination. The order of the selection does not matter. They're all going to get the same prize. First place, second place, there are no places. It's just all winning place and non-winning place. We have winners, we have non-winners. So we don't care. Adam, Caleb, and Aaron are the winners. It's the same thing as saying Adam, Aaron, and Caleb are the winners. Doesn't matter what order we put the winners in. Now how many possible combinations do we have? Okay, we have 5 people to choose from, same as before. Second seat, now we have 4 people to choose from, same as before. Third seat, we said all that's the same. Okay, but we have to divide by the duplications, basically. We're dividing by 3 times 2 times 1, because that's the number of duplications that are possible. For example, Adam, Caleb, and Aaron is being counted, and Adam, Aaron, and Caleb's being counted. And we don't want to count that twice, because that's really just one thing, because it's a combination. Okay, so the number of possible ways to arrange them, the number of duplicates. This is duplications. Okay, Adam, Caleb, and Aaron can be arranged. Adam, Aaron, and Caleb can be arranged. Caleb, Aaron, and Caleb, Aaron, and Adam can be arranged. Caleb, Adam, and Aaron. There are 6 different ways to combine those same 3 people. So that's why we are basically dividing by this number. 3 factorial, which is 6, because there are 6 different ways to arrange these people. Okay, so this is the total number of people. This is still the total number of people minus the number of chairs we have. And this is the number of ways to arrange. Okay, so there's your combinations formula. This is not a combination lock. It's a permutation lock. Because if it were a combination lock, you could use 10, 22, 31, or you could use 22, 10, 31, and it wouldn't matter. It would open either way, because the order wouldn't matter as long as you had the numbers right. So we should actually not be calling it a combination lock. We should be calling it a permutation lock. Hopefully that will help you remember the difference between a permutation and a combination. Let's try some of our independent practice. Okay, let's look at this first one. A game contains 9 discs, each with one of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 on it. How many different 3-digit numbers can be formed without replacing the discs? So without replacing the discs is important. That means that this is a permutation with no repetition. Okay, which means first we have 9 different choices to make. But then the second one, now we have only 8 different possible choices. And the next one only has 7. So using the formula that we learned for permutations with repetition, without repetition, number of possible outcomes over number of possible outcomes minus the number of pulls, number of draws, factorial. That's the same thing as 9 factorial divided by 6 factorial, which is the same thing as 9 times 7, times 8 times 7, which is the same as 504. Okay, a new lottery game called Quick Spin has 3 wheels, each with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 equally spaced around the rim. Each wheel is spun once and the numbers the arrows point to are recorded in order. How many 3-digit numbers are possible? 3-digit numbers. Okay? 0, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 9 digits. So when I spin the first time, there's 9 possible numbers it could land on. Now, when I spin the second time, how many possible numbers could it land on? Still 9 possibles. We didn't take the first one that we landed on off the wheel. It's still there, so we still have 9 possible choices. Same thing with my third spin. Therefore, this is a permutation with repetition. Okay, which means that it's 9 to the third power, which is 729 possible combinations. What are the similarities and the differences between the first two? The similarity is that there are 3 decision points for each one. There's 3 digits. The differences, okay, repetition is not possible with the wheel, but it is possible with the dice. Okay, so dice, no repetition of digits. Wheel, repetition of digits. Okay, and we're going to go all the way to the back page of the independent practice for the last one that we do on this video. We only have a couple minutes left. In one state lottery, there are 56 numbers from which a player can choose. Does the order in which the numbers are chosen matter? When I choose my lottery numbers, do I care what order I choose them in? No, it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the same as 1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Same winner. You get the same winner. Find the number of possible combinations for a set of 6 winning lottery numbers. Show your thinking. So we said the order doesn't matter, so it's a combination, not a permutation. So we're going to use that combination formula we learned. We have 56 possible numbers to choose from. We have 6 decisions, and those 6 numbers could be repeated. We could have a lottery winner of 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, and 41, and it would still work. So repetition is permitted. Okay? So that's going to be the same as 56 factorial divided by 50 factorial times 6 factorial, which is the same as 56 times 55 times 54 times 53 times 52 times 51 divided by 6 factorial, which is 32,468,436. What's the probability? Let's do that in a different color. Probability of selecting the 6 winning numbers is 1 out of 32,468,436.